Okay. Hello, hello, hello. Yeah. All right. Welcome once again. While we wait for others to join in, I would just like to do a little introduction of our speaker while others join in before I add him up to the live video. Now, I believe a lot of people were impacted by the session of yesterday. I believe a lot of people got a lot of value because I've been receiving messages, I've been getting a lot of DMs about testimonies from people. Now, if you check my feed today, my IG feed, I believe you see that I told you a lot of people are going to be. I told you today is going to be better. Welcome, Ma. Just Ibe just joined us. Welcome, Ma. Welcome. She's going to be taking us powerfully on Thursday. Welcome, Ma. So I believe today is going to be even more powerful. And we have someone with us. He's an American, an e-commerce entrepreneur, is consultant, is the CEO of Applied Knowledge LLC based in US. And he, as a last year, he helped a lot of companies, his clients, earn over $100,000 monthly. I will allow him do proper introduction for himself, but trust me, your mind is going to be blown away today. So I'll be adding him up to this live session. Well, so just help me welcome Datrice, all the way from Minneapolis, Minnesota, USA. All right. Hello, bro.
Hello, how you doing?
I'm doing great. It's nice to have you here.
It's nice to have you here too, man. I wish I was over there.
I wish I was over there too.
Welcome,
Very nice.
everybody. It's a pleasure to be speaking with you guys today.
It's a pleasure to have you. It's a pleasure to have you. I'm really glad you're here. I'm really glad. This is the power of the internet. We've never
Yes.
met one on one, but thanks to the internet, like I spoke about yesterday, we are in the borderless world. We're in the borderless world where you're not limited by you're not limited by national borders or continental borders. So we're able to connect.
Yep.
Boniface directed me to you, and ever since I've gotten so much value from you. Your content has been so valuable that it has helped push me, and it is some of these things I want you to come share with the audience. While people join us, please help us introduce yourself. Who is the Mulsumo?
Yep. Absolutely. Welcome, everybody. My name is Datrice Mulsumo. I'm based out of here, Minneapolis, Minnesota, in America. I'm 23 years old. I was born in Liberia. I was born in Monrovia, and I came here to the U.S. when I was 6 years old. Both my parents
Wow.
are here in the U.S. as well. And a little bit about my journey is that I'm an entrepreneur at heart. I've always been an entrepreneur at heart because when you come from a place like Africa and you come into an environment like America, it does a lot to you, right? And I commend our people because we have a natural spirit, we have a natural work ethic that no other race or generation can attest to. So me coming here
True,
into
true.
this environment and with the upbringing and of how my parents raised me, it gave me a work ethic to always go after more, right? And not having a lot, because my parents only came here with like $50, right? So not having a
Wow.
lot coming here and now coming to where I am today, it's amazing, right? Only give God the credit for laying the path for me. But a little bit about me is that I'm a sales manager and I'm a sales consultant, right? I also do e-commerce too as well. I help a lot of businesses in the back end with sales management and closing high ticket deals. When business owners have their business and they run a lot of leads for their business, they can't also close their own leads, right? You can't run the front end and the back end of your business. So what I do is I help businesses in the back end. I help them in the back end generate more sales so they can grow the front end. Right. So just a
Okay.
year ago, Yeah, just a year ago. I was actually about a year and a half ago. I was just living with my girlfriend in her parents' basement. Right, I was
Wow.
working at a fitness gym. Right, it was tough. I was struggling. I was hurt, and I was going through a lot of emotions because I had a natural intuition that I could do more in life. So I always tell people, if you have a natural intuition that you could do more and you could have more, you have to go with that natural feeling, because you don't want to go 10, 20 years and still have that feeling that you can do more, because now you can't get the time back, right? Nobody wants to be successful and old. I'd rather be successful and young out, right? You get to experience
Very
more,
much.
right? If I see a guy who's 50, 70 years old driving a Lamborghini, it's not going to impress me. But if I see a young man doing it, I'm like, he's up to something. So that's kind of where I want to be. And when I was living with my girlfriend in her parents' basement and working a job, I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. I was going through a lot of emotions. I was just sick and tired of sitting there and saying, I want more out of life. I deserve more out of life. Why don't I have more? I was sick of saying those things. Right? It has to come a point where you put your foot down on your own future in life. Right? This podcast that we're doing right now on social media is because you're very creative. You thought about it. Why not do interviews on social media? Why not just do it like that? We don't have to be face to face. You put your foot down and you said, I'm going to put my foot down on what I want to do, and I'm going to go do it. So I had that same, feeling of I got to put my foot down on my future. And I was given an opportunity to learn a new high income skill, and I took it. I quit my job the same week on the spot. No two week notice. I quit my job because I believed in myself. When I took the opportunity, I've never worked harder in my life. Anybody can work hard for a month on a new business. Anybody can work hard for 6 months. But I continuously did it in and out, and it became a habit. It became habitual to work hard. When you do something over and over and over and over and over again, and you're chasing after something that's bigger than yourself, and you do it consistently, it becomes habitual. You want to have good habitual behaviors, right? And I understand now that it's time plus consistency equals results. So my mentor was teaching me a lot of things. Boniface was teaching me a lot of things, and I continue to learn from him even to this day. So I'm blessed just to be in the position that I am right now. Super blessed. I went from making $24,000, a year ago to now making over $300,000 and going on $1 million this year.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. That is at 23. At 23. Look, okay. That was quite an introduction. And
Yep.
one of the things I picked the most, no one wants to be successful and old. No one wants to be successful and old. And that's okay. There were two things that attracted me to what you have to offer.
Mm-hmm.
First being you were born in Africa. You were born in Monrovia, Liberia.
Yep. Morovia.
And yes, you moved to US at the age of 6. Today, you said you started about a year and a half ago,
Yep.
right? You started on your
Yep.
journey as an entrepreneur a year and a
Yep.
half ago. And if I did my research well, I think you went into sports. You went
Yes.
to
Yes.
American football or
Yep.
something like that.
Yep. So
Yeah.
I played American football actually, and I played it at a very high level. Right? I actually was a Division I athlete. So my school was paid for.
Oh.
I had free college because I played sports. Right,
So
which is
you're already
amazing.
professional.
Yes, yes. I've always been a hard worker in life. When you grow up and you come from Africa and you're put into an environment like this with a lot of opportunities, I understand that it doesn't do you justice being back at home. It doesn't do anybody justice back at home if I come here and act like an idiot. Right? That's how I grew up with that mindset. I came here with opportunities, and if I don't take these opportunities to the fullest, I shouldn't have these opportunities. Somebody else should have it. So knowing me is I couldn't let that happen. So in life, I just always worked hard. I worked hard at school. I worked hard playing sports. I worked hard, building relationships with people. I worked hard in my business. I worked hard on changing my life and my mindset. You just have to go far. In life, it's not about where you are or what you can see. You want to go as far as you can see, and when you get there, you can see further. So
True.
no matter what I'm doing in life, I go as far as I can see. I work as hard as I can. When I get there, I can see further. right? So whatever you're doing in life, keep going. Just keep going. Don't worry about, man, don't try to plan your future 5, 6 years from now. Don't worry about that. Just have a goal and go as far as you can see. When you get there, you can see further.
Wow. Don't try to plan your life 5 or 6 years ahead. Just have a goal and go as hard as you can. Wow.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow. I haven't even started asking you questions yet. And you're giving us so much wisdom. So much wisdom. For the audience, for those watching us right now, if you're not going to take anything home with you, I want you to take the fact that as far as you can see, you can achieve. As far as you can see, you can achieve. And I watched a video some days ago of Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey said, if whatever you can imagine, you can achieve. That
Yep.
the human mind is not intelligent enough to imagine something that is not possible.
Yes,
That as
exactly.
long as you can imagine it, it's possible.
Exactly.
Now, you look, I'm
And the number
26
one
years.
thing is in life, there's nothing new underneath the sun.
True,
When God
true.
created the world, He didn't give, it's the world's been going on for a long time. You
Yeah.
can re-innovate things, you can change things, you can personalize things, but there's nothing new underneath the sun. So don't try to reinvent the wheel. So the reason why I have my success so fast was because of who do you listen to? I had to stop listening to people in life who didn't have what I want. I had to stop listening to my friends, to some of my family. I love my mom to death. But if I want to say, hey, I want to make $1 million in a year, I want to have a successful $1 million business, I can't listen to my mom. I love her. At one point in time, when I wanted to learn how to tie my shoes, my mom could help me out. But now, as a man, I want other things in life that my parents have never seen before. So I can't go to them for advice. So in life, you have to find the people who actually have what you want and have been where you've been. Because if you find someone who has what you want and have been where you've been and they're willing to teach you, now all you have to do is personalize the roadmap and you will get there. So my success coming so fast isn't to no surprise. And my success to come isn't going to be no surprise either, because I'm on the right path. I already have a plan. I already have a roadmap to personalize. There's nothing new underneath the sun. I pick somebody who is successful and I personalize it. And somebody's going to pick me and they're going to personalize it too. That's what we do. In life, you have to go hard. You have to be great, because greatness is, we see greatness. When you go and watch a professional soccer player score a goal, we're like, man, wow. You see greatness when Messi shoots when Messi shoots it. You see the greatness in him, right? And that inspires other people to go out there and chase greatness. So you never know who's watching you try to be great. So you have to learn that you're inspiring people through your journey, and the best part about your journey is the journey. It's not when you get there. People love people who are aspiring to get somewhere, not people who have stuff.
Wow. The best part of a journey is the journey. I need to write that down. I need
Yep.
to write that down. The best part of a journey is the journey.
Yep. Because once you
Now,
get there,
yeah.
yeah, once you get there, what there's that's it. You're there. Now you're just gonna look back on the journey. So while you're in the journey, embrace it. Understand that. I understand right now, 23 years old, doing a world pandemic. 50 years from now, I'm gonna look back on this day and say, wow, when I was young, man, me and my friends were going after it. We were having fun. We were chasing our dreams. That's what I'm gonna look back and say. So I have to live it right now, because I'm already thinking that 50 years from now, I'm gonna be like, wow, this is the best time of my life.
Okay. All right. Now you said something about looking at those who are doing what you're already doing, or those who are successful, and personalizing their journey. Now I know someone who you've worked with, someone who as you give credit to him as one of the important parts of your journey in achieving success.
Yep.
Boniface, I got to find out about Boniface last year online. He was trending as as a black that's doing so much in
Yep.
his field. Is regarded as king of advertising and stuff. Now, no, no, no. And some days ago, I watched a video of Boniface on a jet with his
Yep.
team, and Boniface is 24,
Yep.
24.
24. Yep.
Something that amazes me about you guys is you're young, and yeah, I'm in my 20s too. I'm 26. I'm 26.
Yep.
So
You're
it's
young
not too late.
too.
It's not
You
too
still a
late.
Peking. You still a Peking too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So so a lot of the people listening to us, part of this live, are young people in their 20s. Now, what do you have to say to them? Because your life alone is
Yep.
already an inspiration. Is an inspiration. Being young and born in Africa,
Yep.
there's this mindset that a lot of Africans have. That when I decided to bring you on, a lot of people might say, okay, he's based in US, he's an American, and um, what he does won't apply to us here in Africa. But I needed to mention the
Not
part
true.
that you were not in Africa,
Yeah.
Liberia, and the
It
fact
will
that
apply.
so I want you to say something to the audience
Absolutely.
to help them understand that it doesn't matter where you stay, it doesn't matter your age, it doesn't matter the circumstances. As long as your life, you can achieve as far as you can be. And and there are a lot of persons looking at. I want you to also talk about real the e-commerce aspect, because this
Hmm.
is also something that a niche that a lot of
Yep.
people are trying to break into in Africa, but
Yeah.
they've not been able to break into fully. It's still developing in Africa. So I want to leave you for the next 10-15 minutes talking about this while the audience prepares their questions for you, and just bless us with some wisdom.
Absolutely. Absolutely. The one thing, guys, that I could tell you guys that made me go from $24,000 a year to over $300,000 in 1 year and approaching $1 million the further year is not nothing that I'm doing. It's my mindset.
Mm,
Before you become successful, you have to believe you can. So that means you must remove the negative of mindset that you have. You have to stop justifying things. I used to think the same way as you guys think. Why is an American teaching us? It's because he's in America, right? So that's a negative connotation. So I had to remove that because up here in America, we're saying, oh, you have to be white to be successful. You have to grow up in money to be successful. You have to be put in this position to be successful. Before you become successful, you must remove that from your head, because the minute that you believe that you have to be white or your parents have to be successful before you have money, then that means you're saying that people with money, it only comes from people with money, which isn't true. You can acquire wealth for yourself. Anybody can acquire wealth. Doesn't matter where you are in the world. There's a universal law for success, and that is value creation. The more valuable you are, the more money you will make. Right?
mm,
Couple hundred years ago, if I wanted to buy, your horse, I'd have to give you a sheep. I have to give you something for it. Now we're in the era of money. So now if I want to buy your horse, all I gotta do is pay for it, and you'll give me the horse. So you have value that I want. But if you don't have nothing, I can't just give you money. Nobody just gives people money. So once
true.
you understand that you need to become valuable to make money, if you're a young person, you have to go where the money is, right?
Mm,
So one, I had to learn, what are people doing right now to make money? And I've seen billions of different ways to make $1 million. There's so much you can do. Anything, you can make $1 million doing a lot of different things. So I
true.
picked one thing that interested me: e-commerce. I picked e-commerce and I picked high ticket sales. So I picked those two. And what I did was I just learned from the people who are already doing it. I started watching YouTube videos, started watching people like, Steve Harvey, motivational videos, just like me and you watch, right? We watch similar things. So it changes your mindset. It gives you the belief. That's why
True.
it's very important to become successful and share your story so it can impact other people who are in position to see you. Right? We have to impact the people around us, and it starts with us. That's how we create world change. right? So once I found people that I could relate to, now I got obsessed. You have to get obsessed with people. You have to get obsessed with learning. You have to get obsessed with your future. So then you have to be able to find, those people that you want to work with, or those people that you aspire to be like. You have to study them. What do all thinking is 99% thinking, 1% action. That means it's your thoughts, your emotions, your feelings, your planning, all of that. You have to focus on your thinking before you start actually doing anything. You have to change the way you think, right? And the reason why I became successful was because my willingness to accept change. Everybody can say they want to be successful. Anybody on this live who's watching wants to be successful. Everybody in the world wants to be successful. Doesn't matter if you're in a third world country. Doesn't matter if you're in a first world country. You want to be successful. But the reason that stops a lot of people from getting success is their willingness to accept change. People don't want to invest into themselves continuously. People don't want to go read a book. People don't want to go learn from other people because of their pride. We have to change those things. Because if your willingness to learn is a 10, but your willingness to accept change is a 0, 10 times 0 will always be 0, and you will stay in the same spot. So I had to change my willingness to accept change. I had to look at somebody who was successful and say, oh, it's not because they're white that they're successful. It's because they know something that I don't know. I had to change the way I think. When you change the way you think, you change your paradigm. A paradigm is how you view the world with opportunities in it. So you have to create a paradigm shift in your mind. You have to change the way you look at the world. When you change the way you look at the world and the opportunities, now it looks like you're able to reach your goals. Right? So now once I know that I'm able to go after my goals, I go after them. Right? So if you're a young person right now and you want to become successful and you don't know what to do, my thing is do something. The only way for you to find your purpose or your passion is by doing something. You have to just do a bunch of stuff. Go as far as you can see. When you get there, you can see further. Try stuff out. Go do a bunch of different things. Because all the things that you try out, you're gaining a little nugget from them. It's about what that little nugget that you gain. I've been in hundreds of courses. I've watched thousands of videos. I've read a lot of books. And there's no one thing that I could say that made me successful. They all did. It's compound interest. Everything you're doing in your life now is commending to something in the future. So you can't do nothing. That's the worst thing you could do. Even if you don't know what to do, go on YouTube and go look at how to make money and find a way and go study that way. Just keep doing something, because if you do nothing, that compounds to your future too. And later in life, you're gonna wish you had more time. Then you'll look back and be like, man, I wasn't doing anything back then. I wish I could use that time now.
True.
So if you're young, this is the best time, because in 2020, 2021, and further above, if you don't have an online business or you don't have a high income skill, this depression is going to crush you. So you have to be able to put yourself in position to get the role. Money, you have to be attractive to get money. You can't get money by just sitting down and doing nothing. The reason why money comes to me is because I put so much out. It's like a girl, right? If I go out, if I'm ugly, the girl's not gonna come to me, right? She's not gonna come to me. But if I go out and I'm attractive and I speak to her and I have good posture, she's gonna come. She's more attracted to that, right?
True.
So same thing with money. If you go out there and money's like, wow, you watch a lot of videos, you read a lot of books, you surround yourself with the right people, I'm gonna come to you. That's how money works. One day you'll wake up and be like, how did I get this money? Wow, how did I get here? God is good. You have to be attractive.
True. Wow.
And when it comes to e-commerce is a simple concept, right? Everybody shops online nowadays. A lot of people do, right?
True.
The top 20 richest people in the world all have online businesses. All of them do. Tesla. You have to order Tesla online. You can't go to a Tesla dealership. Not in America, you can't. So you must order it online. The top 20 people on Forbes list all have an online business. That tells you something. These businesses like Instagram, Facebook, they're multi-billion-dollar businesses. So now, since you know that, now all you need to do is get on their platform and offer something. There's over 5 billion people on social media. If you have a product or you have a service, and you know how to market and advertise it, you'll never go broke or hungry a day in your life. There's too many
True.
people. So it's value creation. So if I have a product and I know people want this product and I advertise it on a big platform like Facebook or Instagram and people see it, thousands of people are seeing it, even if 100 people buy it, I'm going to make money.
Mm. True.
People don't stop coming. So you must have an offer. The thing about being successful is you have to have something that you're offering. If you have nothing that you're offering, everything you're doing is for fun.
Mm.
You must offer something to become valuable, right? And how you learn your offer is by looking and seeing what you're good at. What are you good at? What skills do you have? What God-given talents do you have? Now, what you want to go do is you can post it out there and say, hey, this is what I do. Would anybody be interested? And I guarantee you people would message you and say, I'm interested. Some people will. And if people message you and say they're interested, that's a good offer that you can add more onto. Or you can just say, hey, I'm good at, making shirts. Maybe I'll make some shirts for people for free and see who likes it. If people like it, I'll make more and charge them. So there's so much more you could do, but you have to do something. If you don't know what to do, you have to learn how to research. Being an entrepreneur and being successful is by figuring stuff out. If you can't figure stuff out, you can't become successful. You must be willing to learn and you must be willing to figure stuff out.
Whoa. I have so much to write on what you said.
And money isn't everything. Money isn't everything. Like me making more money didn't change me. It amplified me. It didn't change me. It amplified me. I was already a good person. I was already ambitious. I've given my mother money. I've given my father money. I've helped the people around me, and I teach and I taught them new skills. I've tried to inspire the people around me for them to do more. That's something I was doing when I was poor. So the same things you're doing now, you have to create your foundations of who you are. You have to know who you are and your good morals. Because it doesn't matter how much money I make, I'll always be me. And my goal isn't to make more money. My goal is to change my life and the people's lives around me. And money is just a tool to do that. That's it. It's just a tool.
True. True. Wow. Wow. This is so much. This is so much. This is the kind of value I'll be willing to
See,
pay for. This is the kind of value I'll be willing to pay for. Wow.
we're in America.
Whoa. Look, everywhere is empty. Just few cars. Just few cars moving. Whoa. What is the time right now there?
Right now, it's about 90 degrees.
Oh. And the time? Is it
The
morning?
time is 1:40 p.m.
Oh, okay, in the afternoon. Oh, wow. Man, this
Just
is
a year
so.
ago, it's crazy to me sometimes. And I know God is amazing because a year ago, I was living in my girlfriend's parents' basement. And I was hating my life. I was depressed. I was broke. I had negative 500 in my bank account. I was crying some nights. I went through a lot of stuff. Um, but I didn't stop. I knew what I wanted and I knew my worth. And it has to come a time that you put your foot down and say, I have to do more. I have to do more. So I had to go
Oh,
do more. I had to work hard. I had to manifest stuff in my life. I couldn't quit. I couldn't stop. There has to come a point you put your foot down on your own life. It's easy to put your foot down when somebody's disrespecting you, but you need to learn when you're disrespecting yourself. And say enough is enough. I gotta put my foot down.
now I'm beginning to feel I'm not doing enough. I begin to feel I'm not doing enough. Now I need to do more. I need to do more
That's all
because
we need to do every day. We need to do more for ourselves and for the people around us. You can never feel comfortable. Chasing
true,
comfortability isn't something you should do. You have to
true.
chase a lifestyle. Working hard is a lifestyle. Trying to do more is a lifestyle for me. It's not change. It's not, something just to do. It's a lifestyle. This is something I want to be doing when I'm 70 years old, 80 years old. We can still be doing, conversations like this. So this is a lifestyle trying to do more. So once you embrace it as a lifestyle instead of just a change, things will be different. Like eating healthy. Anybody can try to eat healthy for a week and a month, try to lose weight, but it's not you trying to change the way you eat just to get healthy. Is you trying to change your lifestyle to get healthy. So you got to look at things in a lifestyle way. You have to create habitual behaviors.
Create habitual behaviors, change your lifestyle, and you've spoken a lot. Now you talked about hard work. You talked a lot about hard work. But the difference between your own hard work and the bricklayer here in Africa doing a lot of work is you looked at someone who was successful, you personalized the person's success. Now, for the audience listening, I want you guys to understand something. It's not just about working hard. He kept talking about how he personalized success. He looked at people who were doing what he wanted to do. He looked at successful people and he personalized their journey. Working hard is good, but you have to know who you're modeling your life after. You have to have a target. You have to have a goal, something you're going to achieve. It's not just about looking at 5, 6 years after. You have to just have someone you're personalizing his journey, a successful person.
Yes.
Wow. I
Yep. You
feel
have to do it. It's most people think different than I do. People are like, man, I want to get a job and I want to work my way up until I could become the owner. I'm like, man, wow, that's a long time to work your way up.
very long.
What is this owner doing? How did he get here? How did he get all these people to work with him? I want to do what he's doing. So then I go around it. Instead of working my way up, I go around. And my time is cut off. You see, time is valuable. People have to understand time. The world's richest man will give you all his money to be your age. Jeff Bezos will give you $100 billion to be 26 years old.
True.
So money is not the thing to chase. It's what you're doing with your time. You can't get it back. It's very valuable. When I'm sitting down and watching TV or I'm doing something that's not contributing to my success of others or other people's success, it doesn't feel good to me. Or I have a bad intuition, like, man, I gotta go do more. I gotta go do something. See, it's thinking. It's how you think. It's all in your thinking. If you want to change your life, you change the way you think. Right? I don't allow myself to fail. I have to hold myself accountable. You have to hold yourself accountable.
Accountable.
You
True.
can't sit there and the part about me is I have a sister in Africa. I have family out here that aren't even doing that well too. I have people around me, friends and family that aren't even doing that well. So how can I just sit down and do nothing and be a part of the problem? I want to be, somebody has to be the one in your family to change your family's life.
True. True.
Somebody has to be the one in your family to break generational curses and change. Somebody has to. And
True.
if you have that intuition that is you, that means you have to take action. Don't waste it.
True.
Don't
True.
waste the moment and the opportunity. Potential doesn't mean nothing. It's what you're doing. You can create potential.
Oh. Wow, so much, so much, so much. And if you look at the comments, you see a lot of people are saying, "Can you come back again another time?"
I
But
need to
you
come to
know,
Africa. I need to come back home. I want to come back home, man.
you know what? You know what? This conference was supposed to be a physical conference, but because of the pandemic, we decided to do it online. We're going to do something. I like you said, whatever my eyes can see, I can achieve. So
Anything.
I see a physical conference where we're going to bring top speakers, and I believe before the end of this year, and I believe you're going to do one before the end of either this year or next year. Whenever it's safe for people to travel inter-country, intercontinental travel, I am going to make a commitment to bringing Datrice to Nigeria. I'm going to make a commitment to bringing you to Nigeria.
Let's do it, man. I haven't been to Nigeria since I was 5.
Whoa, 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 whoa. So,
I'm going to. It's something called I came, I saw, I conquered. Right. So I'm not in America to stay. So don't call me an American. I'm not in America. I didn't come in America to stay. Right. I came here to become successful and take what is ours and bring it back home and
uh,
impact. I came, I
uh,
saw, I conquered.
oh, whoa, 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 whoa. That is a new way of thinking things, a new way of thinking things. You go learn the way things work and bring it back to help things get better in your home. Whoa. So no, this is amazing. This is amazing. This is amazing. And I'm motivated. In, in fact, I've always thought of visiting the US, but I always wanted to go to US, but today I think I'm interested in visiting Minneapolis, Minnesota, and I believe my first stop is seeing you when I get there. And it's yeah,
Yes,
no,
Minneapolis,
I need
Minnesota.
to,
Come.
yeah, no. And also my heart goes out to blacks in US. I know this is a trying time for blacks in US, especially that the recent case of police brutality was in Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Yep.
It's
Yep.
a George Floyd case. So my heart goes out to you guys. We're standing with you guys. We're here standing with you guys, and this we can't know, or we can't express how it affects us to hear stories like this.
Yep.
It's really saddening. It's really saddening. So our heart goes out with you guys. We stand with you guys. Stand with you guys. All blacks are united. Standing with you guys, and I believe we're going to overcome. We're going to overcome sooner rather than later. Things are going to get better.
Yep. The big thing is, man, is I urge people to not look at this too much black and white, right? Not too much of a racial issue. I like to think a lot deeper than things, and to me, it's more of a good and evil fight, right?
True, true,
Good and evil. It's always been a good and evil fight, and there are a lot of good white people out here, great white people, a lot
true,
of great black people, and there's also a lot of bad on both sides.
true,
So
true,
the biggest thing is it's a good and evil fight that we're fighting. Evil attacks your mind, doesn't attack your body. What people are doing is not because of who they are, it's because of what they believe. So something is in their mind that makes them racial, a racist. So it's a good and it's an evil fight that we have to continue to do. But one thing that we can do as black people is succeed. I'm
true.
not supposed to be here.
Mm,
I'm not supposed to be in this position, right? So if I can inspire other people to get in a position they're not supposed to be in, and I can continue to grow, the change that we'll face as a nation will be a lot greater when we all start owning land. Right?
okay,
I want to own land all across the world. I want to help other people and teach them what I do, and help them become the best, of themselves so they can own land. When we become successful and we change the narrative, we take the control.
true,
With power comes more control. So when we can get in a position of more power, we can change our own family. We have to change. We have to fight the battle at home before we fight the battle of the world.
true, true.
Like, people just be great. Don't let evil distract you. Be
Mm,
great.
be great. Don't let
Happy,
people
right?
distract you.
Change your
Great.
life and be happy. There's a lot of things in the world that's unfair. There's a lot of things that's going on, but we must change ourselves first. We must change our family, right? There's people that are still fighting amongst their own family and they're trying to protest. Change your
Mm,
family first. Protest in your own family first.
thank you so much. Thank you so much, Datrice. This has been an awesome session. I knew yesterday was great, but I knew today was going to be better, and it's definitely blowing my mind here. It's blowing my mind. So I want to do something real quick. I'm going to be doing data giveaway because we're using the online space using Instagram. So I'm going to be doing data giveaway to the audience. So it's time for questions. The audience are going to ask their questions, and I'm going to be doing giveaway to three people whose questions I like the most. And I'm not going to be giving to my team, the Gillionaires Academy team. You guys are exempted for this giveaway. I have something special for you guys. So for the audience, it's time for questions. Just ask your questions. For the three questions I like the most, I'm going to be giving out data to you guys. So please have a question. You just see the question mark symbol just beside the comments section. Just type your questions there so I can see them, and Datrice will help us answer your questions. So while we're talking, while we're talking, um, I saw a couple of questions. Um, Let me get them. Okay. Someone asked, "How can you?" That was from Stamin. She asked, "How can you start a business without funds? How can you start a business without funds?"
So, how you can start a business without funds is creating a skill set, is being valuable, right? You don't need a business is just people, right? Business is just people. So how you can start a business without any money is by learning a high income skill. Me, I didn't have no money when I first started. I had to learn how to communicate. I had to learn the power of communication and sales, which led me to making more money, which led me to investing my money into a business. So what you can do is figure out what you're already good at or what you have. Some people have very valuable stuff in their home that they can sell and make money. Some people have a good way of fashion, right? They're really good at fashion and they can offer that to other people. Some people, know how to make clothes. Some people know how to do stuff. Learn how to do stuff first. You can't have a business if you don't know how to do stuff anyway. A business starts with you. You have to be the business. You have to become creative. You have to
True.
really become creative. Look within. I had to look within and understand that I have a natural ability to influence. I have a natural ability of different things that I had to go and offer to the world and find out where I belong. Find where you belong. So if you don't have a lot of money, try to learn what to do. This is an internet information era. Nothing is hidden. There's a lot of free, good information. Even things that can spark your mind. That's all you really need, right? So go and learn. Right, you can go on YouTube and look some stuff up, right? But how you can make money with no money is by learning a skill. You
Learning
don't
the skill.
you don't have to pay to learn. You don't have to just pay somebody right away. First, you can learn first. You can try with your own friends and family first. Learn something. Learn how to speak to people, right? Learn how to communicate. Learn how to be a virtual assistant, right? Anybody here that's watching this live can go to Upwork, can go to Fiverr.com, can go to different places and offer their talents. So you can offer your talents places. Learn to see what's inside of you first before you try to see what's outside of you and try to invest money. So learn what you have first. God gave everybody something. Just learn what that thing is first and then go and offer it to the world.
Okay, thank you so much. Learn a skill, learn a skill, and that's the first step to make starting without funds. Thank you so much. There's a question here from Savage King. He says, "The path to success, or in the path to success, what should be prioritized more, smart work or hard work?" The path to
Smart
success.
work. Smart
Okay.
work. Our people were slaves sometimes. Our people were also kings too, right? You have to think first. That's what they don't want us to do. This world and how it's set up systematically is not meant for us to think. People are too busy to even become successful. I have people here in America are just too busy to become successful. They're
Mm,
hanging out. They're working two jobs. If you're working two jobs, what time do you have to think? You're working all the time. You have no power to think. It's all in your thinking. You want to become a sniper. You want to have precise movements. And how you have precise movements is by thinking first. It's 99% thinking, 1% action. Our bodies don't control our mind. Our mind controls our body. So whatever you're thinking and whatever you're manifesting, then your body will follow. The action part is easy, right?
mm,
But you have to think first. Smarter. Think smarter first. What can you do first? That's the first thing you got to think of.
mm. Wow. Whoa, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Smart work. So we should prioritize smart work over hard work. All
Yep.
right.
Don't be
Right.
too
All
busy
right.
to
All
become
right.
successful. I know somebody, I gave them an opportunity and they said, "Man, I'm working two jobs, man. I don't know if I'll be able to do it." Huh? You're too busy to be successful?
Yes.
Okay. I'll look for somebody else who's not too busy to learn something. You have to be willing to accept change. If you're doing the
True.
same thing over and over and you expect someday to something to change, it just doesn't happen. It is not gonna happen.
True.
You have to change your life. You have to change things in your life to change your life.
Okay. All right. So there's a question here from your fave social media girl, and she said, "Do you believe in the concept of standing forward than standing out?" I don't really understand the question, but
I think what she could mean is that standing out or standing forward. Maybe I'm not sure if I'm answering the question right, but one thing is that you have to know what type of person you are. Some people, we are natural leaders. Some people can naturally lead from the front. People are meant to lead forward, right? Some people are meant to do that, and other people have their own roles in life. So know what you're comfortable are, because not everybody's comfortable with going forward and being the one in charge. Other people are really good at supporting other people, though. So if you're really good at supporting other people and you don't like to be the face, don't try to be the face. Try to be the work in the back end where you are. You don't have to be the face of everything, right? So stand where you belong. Whether you're if you're somebody who has natural intuition, you always go forward and you're a leader. Be that person. If you're somebody who's not, don't try to be that person. Be who you are.
be true to yourself. Be true
Be
to
true to
yourself.
yourself. There's a
True.
place for everybody. This world is so amazing. That's why God is true and real. We all have our roles. We're all different.
Wow. Thank you so much. And finally, the last question, final question is, so Damien also asked this question while you were speaking. She said, "How can I make the world see my value? Now, if I'm valuable, how can I make the world see my value?" This is the last
Don't start
question.
with the world. Start with your home. Don't start
Hmm.
with the world. Start with your home. When you can help 5 people, those 5 people are going to see that you can help them, and they're going to share it, and they're going to spread it with another 5 people. Start with your home first. Impact the people around you. Help the people around you first. Give them some value. And the more you have to start somewhere. Start somewhere. Whatever you could do one time, you could do 10 times. Whatever you could do 10 times, you could do 100 times. So before you try to impact the world, impact those 5, 10 people first.
Whoa. What I kept asking myself while you were answering this question was, how do you get to be so wise? How do you get to be so smart at such a young
Experience,
age? Man,
experience,
it's just amazing. It's just amazing.
experience.
Okay, okay. Let me give an opportunity to ask another question. Someone just Chris Connect just asked the question. And guys, this is going to be the last question. We're not going to be treating another question after this. If you want your questions answered, you can send me a DM, or I don't know if they can send you DMs for
Yeah, go ahead, send me DMs.
all right, so you can send the trees DMs with your questions. So this will be the last question we'll be treating for today from Chris Connect. And Chris Connect says, "In as much as I try every day to learn about my craft, I put in so much and then I get less. And on the other side, I see people put in less and get more. Is it that right channeling? Wait, is it that right channeling my efforts the right way?" Okay, I think the person trying to say is that the
Yep.
person is not channeling his efforts the right way because he sees a lot of people doing less and achieving more while he keep doing more and achieving less. So is it that he's
It
not channeling his
depends.
efforts?
It depends, man. Sometimes it's timing. Some people can do less and have more. Like me, I'm in a position right now to do less and have more. I've already done the more and gotten less part. I had to do my dues. In life, you cannot have success without paying your dues. You have to pay your dues. So right now, if you're doing a lot and getting less, keep doing a lot and keep getting less and watch how it pays forward to you. Everything is compound interest in life. Life is not linear. Life is not a linear success. It's not just like this. Life doesn't go like this. Your success goes like this, and then it goes up.
No, is
Your
that true?
success is non-linear. It's not
True.
like this. So if you're doing something in life and you're not seeing the results, who cares? Keep going. Keep doing it. Keep redefining it. Keep getting better. Over time, you will figure out more things. Life will come to you, but you have to also be thinking too as well. You have to be thinking about ways to get it better, but you have to keep going. Don't worry about somebody else. Somebody else put a lot of time in for them to do less and have more. Jeff Bezos can go to sleep and still make $1 million. Why is that? He set up the
That's it.
foundation. Set
Yes,
up your
true.
foundation, and then you could do less and have more. That's how the
Wow.
house is built. It's a lot easier to put the roof on than the bottom.
Okay,
But
okay.
you can't get to the roof until you start at the bottom. Build your house brick by brick.
Wow. You cannot get to the roof until you start at the bottom, brick by brick. You lay a good foundation till you grow to get into the roof. That's how
Exactly.
you build success. And once you get to
Just
the
keep
roof,
going.
you
Just keep
keep
going.
interest. You keep going,
Don't
and you can
stop.
keep.
Here's a
Oh,
simple formula. Simple formula. Just
whoa.
keep going. Time
Time,
plus consistency
consistency
equals results.
equals results. Whoa.
Every day
Ah,
I wake up and I see this. Every day I wake up and I see this.
whoa, whoa, whoa. Time plus consistency equals results. So, for the audience listening to us right now, based on what Datrice has said, based on everything, and based on what is on that board, I want to challenge each and every one of you to set a goal. Pick out something you want to do. Decide that you bury your head doing that thing, doing that thing on and on and on and on and on. For just give yourself, even if it's 1 year, do it non-stop and see where it takes you to. 6 months of consistency can take you 5 years ahead. Can
Yes.
take you 5 years ahead.
Yes. It's
So
crazy.
yeah,
It's crazy. I've been doing this for a year and about a year and a half, right? But the success that I have now, everything I have now is because of what I was doing as a child. I was still thinking about now. I used to say as a kid, I'm gonna hit my first $1 million before 25, and I'm gonna hit it at 24. So
and and you're just 23, you're close to your first $1 million. It's my mind is blown. I think after this,
build people.
I need to go and hang myself somewhere. Just into a master's college. Just hang my brain somewhere. Just because so much knowledge, man. And so, okay, someone says, Savage.King says, please, you need to speak a day after this program. That your words are so inspiring. Someone else says, the comments are killing me. The comments are really killing me. Someone says, I love this guy. Someone is asking, um, are you married?
No, I'm not married.
So he's not married. He's not married. So if you can find your way to US, get a. All right, the trees. It's been an awesome time with you, man. It's been my mind is blown. My mind is blown. I don't think I can recover from this. I just need to just get. This is my diary. I've gotten almost 3 pages from what you've been saying. I just I need to go study what you've said, work on it.
Yeah.
We're going to be putting out putting together the knowledge track of this conference track. We're going to share it out to people, and I believe
Yeah.
a lot of lives will be touched. I believe global businesses are starting. World changes are coming from here, and for you to change the world, start with your little circle. Start from your family.
Yeah.
Start speaking from your family. Is not you cannot just start out saying you want to change the whole world. You can't change the whole world at once. Just start from changing one person's life, change your brother's life, change your
Exactly.
mom's life, change your father's life, like that till you keep moving up
Yeah.
and up. You start from the foundation, you build brick by brick till you get to the roof, and before you know it, you're rubbing shoulders with the top dogs. Man, whoa, whoa.
A
Look,
lot,
I
man.
need to,
Always think, why not you? Why not you?
true,
Right?
true,
I
true.
put yourself in positions that's gonna make you think, why not you? I used to go to the dealership, right? I used to go to the dealership every week. I used to go to, go watch a lot of big homes. I used to go watch Lifestyle of the Rich and Famous on YouTube. I used to look at successful people and what they had and say, why can't I have these things? What do they know that I don't know? So then I kept questioning, all sorts of deep questioning. But I really suggest people who are like, man, how do I find more motivation? How do I find more inspiration? Go study successful people. Go watch Lifestyle of the Rich and Famous. Go to the dealership. Go to $1 million home. Go on YouTube. Go see those things. It will inspire you to move.
I think you're inspiring everyone listening to this right now. Before even having to go to YouTube, we are all inspired, including me. I'm so inspired right now, and I believe this is going to bring a spring forth of greatness from a lot of lives.
I
You've
hope
you've
so.
you've laid a foundation for greatness right now. You're part of something great. Like I said in our press release, I said this is the biggest event on social media for this week. This is the biggest event, and trust me, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, Chris. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
It's nice having you. It's nice having you. Thank you. God bless you. All right. So, guys, it's been an awesome time. It's been an awesome time. I'm going to do something. I've picked my 3 winners for the data giveaway. Chris connects. You've won data. I think I'll be giving you 1 gig. Just DM your details, maybe your number. The other person
Yeah.
was your favorite social media girl. And then there's someone else. There's someone else. Chris Connect, your favorite social media girl, and Stay Mean. Stay Mean. You guys are the winners of
With
my data giveaway for today.
with
Thank
your
you so much.
academy, with your academy. Sorry, I didn't want to interrupt, but tell me a little bit about your students. Tell me a little bit about your students and kind of what you do.
All right.
I want to give something to you to give to some of your top students. I want to give you guys, it's
Whoa.
not much, but now I want to offer $100 US dollars to offer
Whoa.
you to,
Whoa.
you know, offer some type of incentive to your students to
Whoa.
just thrive, right?
Whoa. Whoa.
Offering that. So after this, Gideon, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I want you to message me. Let's find a way. I want to give $100 over to you and what you're doing to, help use that $100 by the, grace of God, that $100 is used to spread and give other
Whoa.
people, intuition to work harder. So I want to give you
Whoa.
that $100 for your academy, man.
Whoa. Man, thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, okay, Gillionaires Academy is an academy that was set up to help young entrepreneurs,
Yep.
aspiring entrepreneurs think globally. All right, want to help people start global businesses. I see a lot of brick and mortar businesses being started in my environment, and it's a lot of people just trying to feed themselves from hand to mouth and stuff like that. And it's discouraging when you think of business from that perspective. I want people to start thinking of setting up global corporations from the comfort of their homes.
Yep.
I do a lot of things with my phone.
Yep.
I could design something with my phone. I did an animated video some days ago,
Yep.
and I sold it. I got people buying it. You can set up a lot of things. There are people setting up. You have guys like Ty Lopez talking about people setting up social media agencies. You have guys like Boniface talking about people setting up e-commerce businesses, Facebook agencies, online social media agencies. And I want people to come to that understanding that the fact that you are in Nigeria, the fact that you're in Africa does not limit you. We are entering a borderless era. I want people to take advantage of that borderless era. And being in the borderless era means you can communicate with the outer world, and do so much. So I think they are giving us 22 seconds left for this live, live session to end. I think we spent up to 1 hour for this.
So yeah,
So
I'm
thank you
excited,
so
man.
much.
And you guys got my sponsorship, and I wish you guys Godspeed, God blessing, and man, this is fun, man. Let's just spread love and just